Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Get over there. Go. Shorty, shorty, shorty. 82, 82.
Wentz now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Play action. Now Wentz. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Michael Bennett in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's letting it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A gain of 32 that time. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Lion.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Rams have got it back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They go play action here on 1st down. Samson Abukum, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Go. Brady. Run.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Come on now. Let's go. Here we go. 20.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense